Dun, 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 dun. Wait to get settled. Oh man, today's gonna be an exciting stream, everybody. Oh, gotta stretch. This is gonna be a good stream. Got a new camera, got new things set up. It's gonna be fun. I see some of you already in watching. Like, say hello in the chat, fools. Say hello. All right, there's one. Lily pad. Which leaked message? What's up, everybody? Man, my stand was being a little wonky, so this is the new angle for the time being. Kind of have to push it back. Maybe I made it out of Lego. Hit the like, everybody. Heck yeah. Christina, one of our members, thank you for joining in. But Lily Petal, I don't think I did see it. Whatever you saw, I probably did not see. And Devil Cookie, what's going on? What is up? Okay. Today's stream is going to be slightly different. I'm going to tell you guys some stories of when I was at Bricks Minifigs. Just kind of my life. Funny stories, cool stories, like what's next for me. What I plan to do. As some of you guys know, I'll be opening a restaurant sometime in the future. But mod, even when I'm not modding, it's become a habit. Hey, I enjoy it. Maybe I should make you a mod. Maybe I should make you a mod, Christina. With all this support. But yeah, so I'll be going like kind of some weird stories that happen at the store. Some simple ones, some cool ones, whatever. But overall, this is gonna be more like a fun stream. Like not really a chill stream because there's some serious topics. I've been getting some more messages lately. And by the way, sorry to anybody who's messaged me like a month ago. Month or two ago. Like there's so many messages I still haven't answered. And some people are like, man, like I sent you a message like 4 days ago. I'm like, you have no idea. Or like I just sent you a message and then like they tell me in chat and I go to my Instagram or freaking I haven't looked at Twitter, but there's like 83 messages on my Twitter. Um, but I guess we could start off. I got a serious um email, which I'm not gonna like read out loud, but I'm gonna give you guys the synopsis. And my man Nicholas coming in hard already, starting off the stream with a 20, just hitting it and quitting it. Bam! What's good, bro? Love you, man. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you. You have over 1,000 unread texts. What are you, like a pimp? How do you have 1,000 unread texts? That's crazy. But Nicholas, thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. So okay, there was a serious email. Actually, I guess they. Let me take a look. They messaged me like early on when the whole Bricks and Minifigs debacle was going on, and I was like, okay. And they said, let me break it down just so I don't like rat this person out. In the future, what I actually want to do in terms of content, I would love to receive people's emails, and like they just ask me a question, and I can kind of just give my thoughts on it. Somebody I used to really like, who's no longer here, he had his own website. It's called Greg Plitt. It's something I actually used to do even when he was doing it with friends of mine and things like that. But he just made video blogs about somebody's question, how like, and made a topic around that person's particular email. But this person was talking about, like going through the struggles of life, and getting, stabbed in the back and just kind of feeling like down and depressed where like he doesn't really see much moving forward. He doesn't really have a whole lot of hope. And it wasn't the first email. and not from this particular person, but from a few different women that I talked to, and they just wanted to know like what was my secret, like the outlook on life, like why am I so positive when they couldn't be this positive. And I guess from their point of view, they see me as a person that got had worse experiences than they did, and they're kind of down and out. And like first off, I'm gonna preface like what happens to you matters. It doesn't matter if somebody goes through something much bigger than you did. What happens to you matters, okay? Because it's your life. So if somebody is like always like listening to you, like if you tell somebody your issues, like how you feeling, and then they do things like, oh, but there's kids in Africa that are starving. They're way worse than you are. It's kind of like, all right, but we're not talking about those kids in Africa. Like, if you want to talk about that topic, we can. But like, I'm talking about me. Like, I trust you and listen to me. Like, why are you doing this? Kind of thing. So like, and if you ever get the opportunity to listen to somebody, just pay attention to them. All right. Um, but yeah. So, and my answer isn't that I'm positive. It's in a way I I just can't. I don't even know why I have these headphones on right now. I was listening to some YouTube before we went live. But in a way, I I do things because I'm pissed off sometimes. Because motivation only lasts so long. You have to know why you're doing stuff. Like one of my biggest fears is looking back on my life when I'm like on my deathbed. Hopefully, I'll make it to old age. But when I'm on my deathbed, that I'm like, I don't want to look back on life and realize that I didn't do the best I can with the tools that I had. Like I want to achieve things. I want to go forward. I want to risk it all so that I could get it all. So I could help people. Right? So that's always been my mindset. Like I don't fear dying. I fear living and not living to the fullest. Cuz dying is easy. You're out, but living and living a good life, that's difficult. It ain't, it ain't sunshine and rainbows. You guys know that. Yeah, you only live once, but like, you shouldn't just do the things that you want to do. It's kind of like we always hear like, oh, money's not everything, right? But it's right up there with breathing. Like, money ain't everything, but you need to live. You need to support yourself. Money is a tool, and work is in your life. It's a tool. It's something for you to have so that you can do the things you want to do with the people you love to be around. But again, you got responsibilities. So you need to make that money. Okay? Like it's really hard to and this isn't to get anybody like motivation or anything like that. You have to find your own purpose, like of why you're gonna do things, where you're gonna go. Because again, like life can be beautiful, but like you don't get to choose all the things that happen to you at all. All you can do is decide what you can do after it happens. Decide with your attitude, decide that something's not going to get you down. Like this, it's all decisions. And to this person that sent me the email, it's not that like I was just cool with everything that happened. I'm like, what, I'm just going to keep moving forward. No, man. I was with the Bricks and Minifigs situation, like just a reminder, I got the phone call like, yeah, I lost the store. They stole it from me. Cool. Uh, like I couldn't pay for the lawyer fees to go after them, whatever. But when I got the phone call that they left me with their lease that they're supposed to take over for 500 grand in debt, it was the same week my son was born, and I was alone. I was like, I can't tell my wife this. I can't talk to anybody about this. Like I gotta figure this out because my wife just had the baby. You think I'm gonna go like stress her out with all this stuff? Like, hey, yo, I know you had the baby, but by the way, we're about to get financially ruined with 500 grand, $500,000. Yeah, it's not the news you want to bring up to somebody who just had a baby, right? So, anyways, like you have to give yourself a small amount of time, a small window to cry it out, to do whatever it is you gotta do, to feel bad for yourself, and then just remind yourself that you're alone at times. Ain't nobody gonna pick you up. Like, yeah, you could have a support system, but you yourself, like, nobody can do things for you. You gotta pick yourself up. Um, Before I continue, I'll like address the chat a little bit. It's how a person processes that information, though. Refuse to be kicked down. This is why I love you. Thank you, Nicholas. As for questions in your community posts, so it's all on YouTube. No extra emails, or have dedicated emails account for just that. Yeah, like that's what I plan to do in the future. But yeah, yellow with the right ingredients. Want to pop in and say hi, but I am out with friends. We're going to watch the Spidey Man movie. Have fun, man. Have fun. It sucks, but have fun. As humans, for some reason, negativity sticks with us more than positivity. You have to work on it to be more positive. Yeah. I hate that men feel like they have to deal with stuff like this on their own. I'm sorry, man. No, but it's the truth. Like we do. We do have to deal with that on your own. Like it's because that's the thing. Like you get beaten down your whole life. You understand that. Cuz like let me explain how it is for dudes. Okay, our tool is usually physical. So on the playground, if another kid is like bothering you, you slug it out, punch it out, and then you're done. Okay. And what's one of the hardest things to work on is reputation. What do you do when a girl's attacking you? Can't hit her. So you're completely disarmed, and then you're expected to be tough, which is a good thing. You should be tough. But then again, it's like whoever you're around, like they're also going through stuff. And then what happens when you are as a man, you're the one that's supposed to take care of everybody. You don't get time to cry, you don't get time to do all this stuff. And it's a good thing. It doesn't mean like ball it up inside until you blow up and then like destroy your life. No, it's a good thing because as men we don't talk about our feelings. We talk about how to solve a problem. That's why we don't connect super well when we're hearing somebody express their disappointments or feelings to us, right? Especially from women to men. Like, it's just all we're hearing is here's a problem. Let me go fix that problem for you because I don't want to hear negativity. I hear negativity all day. So let me just fix it. Why are we talking about problems instead of talking about solutions? And that's just how we are. Should talk their feelings more than last Relic did. Well, like, yeah, no, I don't think you should talk about your feelings. I just think you should handle your feelings. It's different, right? But still at work. Hey, thank you for being here, animal. That's why I like men more. Y'all just deal with it and move on. Girls are so fake sometimes. Prefer bluntness. Yeah, it's just that's the game. That's our burden in life. It's like we are supposed to be the problem solvers, not because just men, but it's like innately in us. You know. Um, but yeah. So, and the thing we seek out is peace all the time. That's what we want all day, every day. Peace. We don't want any of the negativity. We don't want the problems. Like, we want peace. And so that's why we're trying to figure out problems, trying to be ambitious or fix whatever issues going on, right? So, with that being said, like there was no solution, there's no roadmap to fixing whatever it is you're going through in your life. You just have to keep moving forward. And like every single issue that comes to you, you just have to fix it. You just have to figure that out. It ain't nothing crazy. Sup, Katie and Stevie Vash. I just said someone gonna get mad if you start giving them solutions. You mean all women to the problems they complain to you about? I'm not just gonna sit there and be depressed with them. Let's fix it. Yeah, but like you gotta cater a little bit. You gotta cater a little bit. You gotta realize when they actually need to be heard out, right? Katie is my wife. For like so that. All right, all right. What's up? What's up? It's good to see you, Katie. 100%, 100%, Steve. But yeah, anyways, so when you're going through something that's difficult in life, again, at some point you're gonna look in the mirror and like, time doesn't care about you. Nobody really cares about you. Everybody's got to remember when you die, your funeral is gonna be in within a week. People are gonna go. They are going to cry, whatever. And then like 3, 4 days later, they gotta get back to their job because the bank don't care that you died. So whoever has a mortgage, you need to pay that mortgage. And then whoever has a boss, they need you back at work. They, they don't give a damn. So like, you have to forget it, and you have to go and handle your business. So when you die, like, people are gonna mourn you hard for like 2, 3 days, and then they're gonna mourn you a few minutes of every day, and then eventually you'll be a very nice memory, and that's all it is, right? That's just kind of what's gonna happen. So that's what you gotta remember too. It's like life is like very finite, but it's a beautiful thing. And so at any point you can just go out for whatever reason. So that's one of the things that I've always thought about when I'm being ambitious or going for something or have an idea that I want to execute, whether it was buying bricks and minifigs, whether it was buying the power washing and cleaning business. It was like, this is also a machine to be used for something else as well. This isn't like the final, um, the one all end all be all, right? So one of the things that I was kind of doing to bricks and minifigs with my store was like, okay, I need to turn this to $1 million store. It needs to be completely self-sustainable. But with a retail space, and then you have other businesses opening up, not only do you have a lot of tax exemptions, you have a lot of possible write-offs depending on what you're doing, or taking losses from other business but connecting it to your retail location and your LLCs and all that stuff. It's like, oh, I have this caveat, but at the same time, I'm gonna have this thing that's really for the community, but it's gonna help also in other business coming up in the future, right? So I really wanted to be like a spot that like I never really needed to handle after like 4 or 5 years. That was the whole game plan. Like around the 4 year mark, I hire a manager, pay him around 80,000 a month, not a month, a year, and they're golden. Like they could take care of the spot. They get trained on how to be an owner, and then if they want to open up other ones with me, great. Like that was like kind of the point, right? Um, Not only to have a life and sustain living with a retail space, but it was also a good business. Like it supplemented my life, obviously. But yeah, so when I was around, and now this is the story. We get to the story time, right? But again, like, just to reiterate what we just talked about for the last 20 minutes, it is your life. You get to decide what the hell you want to do with it. All right? Like, I like for instance, I like answering everybody's comments. It's something I like to do. A lot of it's a waste of time. It just is. It's no offense to nobody, but and sometimes I indulge because like I think this person's crazy, so I'm gonna keep going. And like I'm like, this is interesting that this person has this mindset, right? And obviously it's a massive waste of time because I'm indulging somebody that doesn't deserve my time, right? But it's a little bit of fun. That like eventually I would have to stop doing because I'm gonna be very busy. I am very busy actually. But it's in a way like to really understand like how people think. And this one person that I was messaging, their perspective in life were so insane to me that I was like, I can't believe people think this way. That like something that is very clear and cut and it's complete common sense, they are just out of it. Like they do not believe it's common sense. They believe the exact opposite. And I'm like, man, and they're just like hating on me. They're just like, you're a piece of garbage for this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, if you don't want to have a conversation, like, you don't like, I could concede that maybe my some of my ideas you won't agree with, but like I stand true to them. But I'm open to hearing you. without us, you know, belittling each other and actually having a good conversation. But if you don't want that and you just want to like point out something and then call me a name, like that's not really a conversation now, is it? But yeah, it was just interesting to. I like seeing people's perspective. I'm usually very courteous when it comes to that. I'm usually very open and I talk and I'm very respectful. But then when I see that, like, oh, you don't really have any intentions of having a good conversation, and like getting to know me, you just care about like trumping me and being like, yeah, screw you. See, I was right. You're wrong. I'm like, not that you'll achieve it, but that's kind of insane. So, um, man, that being said, like, man, always with the cow. Always with the cow. Jasper. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. My man. All right. Or woman. I don't know what you are. You're a cow. So, again, your life. Do what you want with it. But now, story time. So, when I was around. Well, I'll tell you stories about my parents so you can kind of get an idea of who they are and how they raised me, right? So my father, he would tell me like crazy stories, right? He was from Osasco, like it's a place in São Paulo, Brazil, and in where his neighborhood was super ghetto. So he would tell me stories about this guy that was known locally called Little Pele. He was like a big kind of a big time up and coming local drug lord, right? So like but he didn't know at the time. But he hung out with him quite a bit, right? He eventually found out, like, because he didn't see his friend for a long time, and then it was on the papers that like Little Pele was killed in I think it was 20 tons of cocaine drug bust from the border of Colombia over to Brazil. And so my dad was telling me, he would tell me stories like, man, before like I found religion, found God, like I was smoking quite a bit, I was drinking, you know, hanging out with the wrong crowds, you name it. And I was like, all right, Dad, like, so, like, how old were you when you, like, found God and stopped doing this stuff, stopped living that life? He's like, like, I think, he's like, all of it, like, I quit drinking, like, the same year that I quit drinking. So I was around 10 years old when I made the change. And I'm like, the freak? like that's him. That's my dad. And like you would never guess it seeing him in person. He's like the nicest guy. He looks Austrian. His name is Vladimir. All right, like and he has this booming voice. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I was 10 years old when I stopped drinking and smoking and hanging out with drug dealers. Like that's when I decided to change my life. So I was like, all right, solid. And Nicholas coming in as a new member, my man. And and then like here's a little story about my mom. She served a church service mission for a year and a half in Porto Alegre, Brazil, which is on the border. It's south of Brazil. I'm not gonna give you the whole story, right? Because like this story, like you can't do it justice without her actually explaining it. My whole life, she had a slit, like her ear was kind of cut in half, right? And it's because while she was over there, she was kidnapped, and obviously she got away, and she was around 18, no, 9 18 9 19, I think, 19, 20 years old. And one of the guys who like had a machete to her, he like tried to cut her ear in half and like do things to her. But the way she got away was she bit as hard as she could into the guy's stomach and tried to bite a piece off. And then the guy freaked out. She jumped out of a moving semi and then found like there was a up like a car driving up, and she just like went in front of it, jumped on top of that car, held onto the windshield wipers, and then they got away. But she she felt that like it was really important for her to never stitch her ear until like her boys, me and my older brother, that we served our missions and that we like live a good life and get married, right? So it wasn't until I was in Boston that she got her ear stitched. But every time we were like struggling with whether it was like our belief system or we were struggling with like feeling kind of down and out, she would just always show her ear and then tell us the story. And it wasn't like often, but often enough where like it made an impact. Where sometimes when my friends were going through stuff, because out of like all my friends, I think my mom was like one one of the very few stay at home moms, right? So like when everybody else's mom was working, like I've said this before, like many times I'm like taking a nap or whatever, and like 15 whatever, and I wake up to go get like some snacks, like some like a protein shake or something, and I see like six of my friends at the dinner table with my mom, just asking a question. I'm like, "Yo, are we gonna hang out?" They're like, "Oh, and actually, we're just here to talk to your mom," and they'd be there for hours. I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool, have fun, guys," and I'm just go back to bed. So, or like I join them. But yeah, like she would use that story quite a bit, like the of when she got kidnapped, and it was crazy story. So that's kind of like the people. So those are the people that raised me, right? Like when I got to the U.S., we went going to kindergarten. I My dad like grabs me and looks me in the eyes, like, "All right, go to school. When somebody's got a gun to your face, you give them everything, but never look at them in the eye. But you'll get a certain feeling when you do look at them and when they're looking at you. Then you have to look at them in the eye and make a decision because that's when you'll know they'll kill you. They'll for sure kill you if you look at them in the eye, but but like you could feel something's off. And I'm like, I'm 5 years old by the way. I'm just looking at my dad like, uh huh. My mom's just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And she's like telling him how to survive. He's like, we're in America. He's like, so what? People suck everywhere, and that's that. Like, so I'm like, okay, thanks, Dad. Like, solid stuff, solid stuff. But yeah, I was 5 years old. It's funny, funny stuff. No, anyways, so around age 10, and this is kind of like where my personality that you know now was kind of developing, right? Yeah, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all. So I remember one of my friends, his parents were getting divorced. I was 10 years old, and it was the first time where I grasped that concept, where they're no longer gonna be like. I obviously had friends in first grade, whatever, that like they had two different houses, and they would tell me that like their mom and stepdad, and then dad and stepmom, whatever. But it wouldn't really click. But I remember vividly, my friend was like I found out that they're getting divorced, and then I would go to my parents, and I'm like, okay, hey, dad, mom, dad, like I need to understand something. I've stepped over this friend's house a few times. Like, you guys hung out with all of them. I don't get it. Why is this happening? Like, I see their pictures on like the hallway, in the living room, whatever. Wedding pictures. They're smiling, having fun, going on vacations. But now they're not together no more. So what's up with this? And my dad was like, all right. You know how in the movies they say something like the love died? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, I get that. He's like, well, it like nobody can like the it doesn't just die. Somebody killed it and it takes two people. And I'm like, okay, I kind of understand that. And then I started asking a lot of questions, right? Cuz for me, like till this day, I have this issue where it's good but it is a detriment as well, where like I need a reason for everything. Like if I'm doing this, I need to know why this is important and what's it for. Like if you can't tell me that, I'm probably not gonna do a good job on it. If I'm just doing like some task because you're telling me that like I should do it, but you're not giving me any reason, it usually is an issue. I've matured quite a bit since a kid, but still every now and then I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it if there's no reason. So, anyways, um, also same age 10, I found out that the like the grades you get in freaking elementary school don't count for crap here in the US. Like in Brazil, if you fail one subject, and by fail I mean like get a C minus and under, you start the whole year over. Like it doesn't matter if you're a kid, teenager, whatever. Like high school, junior high, elementary, it don't matter. Like that's standard, right? Then I found out here in the US, like you could just do nothing and you're just gonna progress. Why the freak am I doing all this? Like this, I was like working really hard, and this girl was like, this don't like you don't have to work so hard because I guess she didn't like how hard I was working. Like this doesn't count for anything, and I was like, what are you talking about? Well, colleges don't see this. Like this is just for you to have good grades, and I'm like, so what's the point of good grades? Like really nothing. And then my grades start declining, like just crashing and burning, right? Because I'm not gonna do anything if it don't matter. Like why am I wasting that time? Obviously, I should have because of the discipline, the dedication, what it's gonna teach me. But I'm freaking 10 years old, like, and that's kind of the thought process I had. So that's what my ambition's starting to get because my questions started getting more towards like, hey, so I remember asking my dad, why do people go to school, work hard, go to school to get a good job, get a degree, get a good job, but then they still fight about money? Because like everybody I knew that was like somewhat well off, they still fought with their spouses about finances. It's like, well, it's two things. You need a Money is a tool that needs to be respected. There's nothing wrong with money. And we always talked about the Bible quite a bit. He's like, the Bible says like money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's what people don't get. They think money is a bad thing. It ain't. It's actually really good. And my dad always used the parable of like Judas sold Jesus for 30. He's like, Judas sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Boom, did something bad. The Good Samaritan say saved the man, the Jew, with 30 pieces of silver as well. So it's a tool, and it could be used or abused, and it's that simple. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, well, but people still fight about money. So then he like gave me a bunch of books. One of them was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then he was like, you want to understand money and math because that's what you need to understand. Then he gave me the GMAT test, which if you guys don't know what the GMAT is, it's like the highest version of the SATs for math. That usually, if you can get a good score on that test, you can get into Harvard and MIT like almost freaking no problem, right? So I was freaking 12 years old reading a GMAT book, and it's just a big old textbook. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. The GMAT test. Obviously, didn't understand too much. My dad was a very logical guy, accountant, CFO, all that fun stuff. We weren't rich by any means, but we middle class. It was nice. Uh, yeah. Harvard's is toads, by the way. Yeah, like I was never a student at Harvard, but I knew a few Harvard professors, and I went to like a few when I was in Boston. I spent a lot of time in Harvard Square. Saw some classes, hung out, and just chilled, right? But anyways, the that's where like I kind of started to understand that you have to figure out money and educate yourself. You can't just educate yourself and then when money comes, you're like disciplined. It just don't work that way, right? So awesome. When I was around, I spent 2 years in Boston. That's when I was in Boston. I learned to speak Haitian Creole and Mandarin Chinese. Now both for me suck right now. I could still read romanization and pinyin of Mandarin, but like I'm at the bottom of the barrel having to start over. Like I was talking to somebody on Sunday in Mandarin and I was like, "Man, like my pronunciation and understanding are like crap." And I used to help teach math in Mandarin in but very very simply. Like for my standards, pretty good. But very simply in Chinatown in Boston. There's a little school when you go like where the arch is. If you go to the left and go down, there's an underground school, and there's like you could. you could be a professor or whatever. But yeah, and ni shuo zong wen ma. Like okay. So he said you speak Mandarin, right? Did I get that correct, Rose? Who you been talking to, girl? For Lily Pell. Yes, but my wife is Korean, and I met her through my friend from Hong Kong. Ni shuo zhongwen ma, zhongwen. But anyway, so then that obviously prepped me a little bit for just taking on life, just having learning languages. Like I'm not very smart, but I know how to talk. Hence the microphone. I get back, uh, live with my parents. I'm in Utah. Let's see. I lived it in the states. I've lived in Utah, Connecticut, Boston. I'm pretty sure there's a state I'm missing. I think I might have lived in Rhode Island. I can't remember. And then here, Florida, right? So, like my older brother, he's starting this business, and he is introducing me to his investors. Almost all of them were complete douchebags or possible investors, right? And I'm like, look, I want to learn about financial success and all that, but I'm not gonna do it through these bastards. So I started thinking, okay, if I can't go to rich people, how about they come to me? How can I do that? Well, I like cars, so I started selling cars, and then eventually worked my way up. By the time I was 22, I started selling sports cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Bam, fun times. But then I got to kind of pick and choose. I met a lot of dirt bags along the way, where it's like, oh yeah, you just made your money, being a pimp or having a strip club. I'm like, I want to do something that's obviously moral. Don't want to do that. I'm good. And then I started meeting some people that were like really, really good people that like, like, oh, I made my money through carpet cleaning. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, I made $300 million carpet cleaning, stuff like that. And I was like, that's nuts. Start picking their brain, right? And so, I utilized a lot of the information to obtain bricks and minifigs. Like, I went through the routes of, working at GNC. I went through routes of like doing construction. I've worked so many different places. I've done Lyft, Uber, um, worked at gyms. Like my first ambition was to open up a gym. I was bodybuilding at the time. I was having a lot of fun. Um, and I was like, man, I could open up a gym. That'd be crazy. And then I saw that like you need to actually be famous in a way, and then you're gonna get sued every single day. The it's one of the biggest liabilities in the world is opening up a gym. You're not gonna see a profit. It's possible that you don't see a profit for like 10 years. And I'm like, freaking a. Can you talk about stone and bricks? What do you mean? What do you mean stone and bricks? By the way, my middle name is Stone. In Portuguese, it translates to stone, and it's how I used one of my first LLC names. My company, yeah, well, like that was just the LLC. That was for what's it called? Like it wasn't Stone and Bricks. It was Stone River Bricks. That was the LLC I used for what's it called? Bricks and Minifigs. I've already talked about it. Like yeah, Sunburst Records. Yeah. What about it, man? What do you want to know? The registered agent who signed? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you want to know? I don't. You're like sending like little messages. Sunburst Records, your company, the registered agent who signed though. Like, you want to give me more information? It's been a while. Like, it's Stone River Bricks no longer exists, so I haven't even seen it. What about it? What does it say in the registered agent? Okay, so he was a registered agent to the account, and I don't want to use his name. I'm not gonna say it here on stream. But this person still works for Bricks and Minifigs, but he is a good guy. It is Lego. See, I built it. Yes, I am a Spider-Man fan. But yeah, he's a solid guy. Um, again, that's not an official set. That is from Builder Bricks. Love that company. Uh, Pretty expensive. They have their own creation. They have full size statues, full Vader bust, Darth Maul bust, and then like a whole Avatar: The Last Airbender statue made of all bricks, all Lego. It's awesome. And yes, it is way better than anything official. Well, Nicholas, good luck trying to figure it all out. Well, I already got. You should check out my channel more often. I already interviewed one of the employees, which is Devin, who stayed on for 7 years. Also worked under that person, and me, and corporate, and other owners as well. So I don't think he has much to say. Also, like I've kind of laid it all out. If there's like certain details you want, like just message me on um, Instagram, and then I'll just message you directly, and I will give you any information you want if I still have access to it. It ain't nothing but a thing. But okay, cool. So I was selling sports cars. It was a ton of fun. Got to meet a lot of rich people. Then I moved on to multiple jobs. I even like help people do immigration paperwork for green cards, all that stuff. Taught English, whatever. Okay, but like the goal was to eventually be financially successful. I actually wanted to do it through work. I didn't want to do it through opening a business. But some things happen, and that's just life. Where like, especially after COVID, super difficult for anybody to get a job. All right. So the that difficulty led me to be like, all right, I have to. This is taking too long. Like right now, like obviously you guys know I'm looking for a job, but like, you do an interview, then they'll call you back 2 weeks later so that you can get a second interview, and then 2 weeks after that, then you may be getting a job, or at least you'll get an answer. So it takes a month after an interview with so many places, and it's so annoying. Like, what's the point of all this? Like, I want to know right after the interview's over if I have a job or not. I want to start right then and there. I'm all dressed up to do the job right now. You know, it's something that bothers me about the U.S. That's like, as much as I love the U.S., that's something that really pisses me off. So, anyways, um, we have you thought about doing any business consulting? Yeah, I don't think I would like to do any business consulting because I actually did. So, in relation to bricks and minifigs, um, I saw some people opening up their own location that was unrelated to bricks and minifigs, and I let them know like, hey, if you want like my some insight, I can go to your store, check out your layout, and then let you know on what I think would be the best layout for your square footage. What is the best plan of action? Which marketing companies, local marketing companies, and like I guess international marketing companies if you're going to look for to do like online sales and when you want to like be a heavy hitter to that. Like there's a lot of stuff, right? But I just like nobody was really biting, right? Because also when it comes to business consulting, like it's like starting your own business too. Like, I'd be starting from scratch. Like no clientele, nothing. And I was like, I need to freaking I need to get the ball rolling right now. I need to make money yesterday, not a month from now. I I kind of refuse to do commissions at this point. I will not do any commission stuff because it just ain't safe. I love sales, but I'm not doing commission. If I can if uh if I can with Colin, I've got me and Colin has my number. I've talked to Colin before. If he wants to talk to me, cool. Like let Rose, I don't know why you want me to talk to Colin, but you let him know to give me a call if he wants to talk. He has my phone number. But yeah, so I use that knowledge, and then after Bricks and Minifigs, right now I'm working on the whole restaurant thing. But I did open another LLC. and I have a business partner. And one of the things we're doing is, um, well, I've said it on other streams. If you guys understand the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's a card game. The It's completely saturated. It's the power creep has been insane. If you guys don't know what that means, it's an unbalanced game. Pretty much whoever has the most money is gonna win this card game because they're gonna have like expensive cards. This archetype is gonna be really boring. One turn win, boom. But what we wanted to do, me and my business partner, we wanted to create a tournament where you can utilize every card, but it isn't structured in the way that the current game is structured. But it's still all the same rules, and it's fair. And we want to do an event that would be 20,000 competitors. It would be a week long event that we've been working on the past 3 4 years. 4 years, 3 years, 3 years. No, I think it's actually four. It's 3 or 4 years. The LLC we've had for like two, but the past 3 or 4 years we've developed all the rules, everything, and we want to give $1 million away to the winner. That is the entire point of this event because this tournament, Yu-Gi-Oh's the only one that does tournaments where people spend the most money, but they don't get any cash prizes. And they also not only break records, but something we've been developing for quite some time, which like the final stages we've been in for some time is developing a website, developing like a data system, and then getting a marketing company to launch it. Which and also hiring lawyers to fulfill to like create the contracts and everything like that, which is annoying because we had to kind of create ourselves, but obviously we're not going to do anything without a lawyer, right? But so that is one of the future plans along with the restaurant. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, with all that, the like, man, I got to tell you guys some stories. So like my wife and I, she's the one that's like the studious one. She's got the degree and everything. She's the smart one. But I convinced her to marry me, so who's the smart one really? Come on. Who is? It's me. But man, and by the way, guys, it's freaking hot today. It like was storming out, but it's hot today. But yeah, like wanna here's something that was going on. It's interesting how much people hate financially successful people, especially if they show it off. You guys have no idea. Like I would go and pick up cars from clients' homes. I would take cars to a client's home, like an Audi RS7, and then trade it in for a McLaren, whatever it was. And I'm doing these car exchanges, selling back and forth, getting to meet people, getting into their homes, which is a big deal. And you wouldn't believe how many times I got stopped, got hate on, crapped on, where people are like, "Screw you! You think you're better than me?" I'm like, I'm just working. I'm not even driving fast. I'm taking this car from point A to point B, and that's it. And people get really pissed, which I actually want to. Here, actually, I want to show you guys a video. Let me see. Let me find it. It was just released today. I plan to watch it. I watched a little bit, but I'm like, nah, this is a good video for us to go over. How police handle. If you guys don't know of this company called DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, right? And they've been crapped on quite a bit by like throughout the years on YouTube, and also they've had like really bad experiences of people like trying to fight them, trying to throw them in jail, trying to break their cars. People have like damaged their cars, like just taken a bat and just shattered their windshield just because they parked, and that's it. And it's all luckily they're YouTubers, they vlog, and it's all documented. So like I never got to the levels of like the car being trashed, but it got to the points where people were like threatening me and like wanting to fight me. And I de-escalated the situation. I'm pretty good at de-escalating situations. Unless I want to provoke, like I know what to do to either provoke or de-escalate. But I'm gonna show you guys this video. They just kind of put some highlights together, which is nice. And it just released like not too long ago. So let me see. And again, I don't have ad blockers, so you might see an ad here or there. And then we'll also get to the chat. Okay. Okay. Let's do it.
Huh? You like that, wouldn't you?
I'll give it to you, but I got this douchebag. You just hit my arm, that's assault.
It's obnoxious as hell.
What does he think we do? So why do you think you're so powerful? Oh, go away. Go away. You guys are a joke.
What's going on, bro?
How are you doing in Vancouver right now?
I just got here and I already got...
And people say Canada is fun and nice. Yeah, no. Like, this is... Honestly, so far, all those guys, those are interactions I've had. And all I did was freaking drive these cars to my client's house. By the way, Colin, Rose Investigates thinks that we should talk, that you should call me for some reason. So feel free to give me a call. Don't know what for.
Some guy yelling at me because I downshifted coming in the corner here. I came around the corner.
Yeah?
And this guy and his, I guess, grandson were walking right here in the middle of the road. And he starts yelling at me. He's like, down. I'm like, downshifted, doing the speed limit, bro.
It's got nothing to do with this ugly.
See, that's your point. You don't like the car, so you have a attitude. Yeah.
And I'll be back with my buddies.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna bring buddies.
Yeah. Well,
I have my 17-year-old daughter in the car. You're
okay,
such a tough guy.
There you go. It's got nothing to do with that. Quit showing off. Stay the away from me.
Hey, why don't you take your kid to a better environment than this? Oh, what are you gonna do? Really?
Oh, I'm gonna thump you out.
Yeah, call him.
Thump you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. He's an awful example for you, young man. And I apologize for swearing. Hey, man, it's good to meet.
Like, isn't it crazy that even like the dude's kid recognizes, like, yeah, my own dad is like being an a-hole, you know? And you will see for sure, some police interaction here, which we can assume is definitely going to be better than the LA, the American Fork, and the Provo Police Department. But yeah, like why? It's a car. And again, I know a lot of people get really upset, whether it is, you know, their own inadequacies or they just want to take it out on somebody, whatever. But it's so common. Like, dude, I had a guy try to pull me out. Like, I was driving Lamborghini Gallardo, and I parked to fill up the gas, and I had and then I sat in the car while I was filling up just to answer some text messages. And then this guy started like talking to me, and you know, I'm 22 years old at the time, and I guess he thought it was my car. But even then, I could never even looked at him, didn't look at him mad. And then he was like going nuts and grabbed me by my collar, and I was having a button-up shirt, and tried to pull me out the car to fight him. And I'm like, dude, what's the problem here? It's like, you think you're better than me? I'm like, I don't know you, man. The freak. It happens. Like, that's one of the downsides of driving one of these cars daily, because most people that own it, they have like a daily driver that's more comfortable. Because these cars, they are comfortable, but you have to be fit to drive them. If you're not fit, it's not gonna be the most fun experience driving it all day. Like, it is right there. You're practically sitting on the ground with some of these cars.
You.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Dave's here too?
Yeah, Dave's is getting gas too.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't that insane?
If you like dying today, you don't know who you're with. You may show up on a bike. Camera with you, rat.
Cops are on the way.
You rat, you pig. Holy heart! You gotta get the cops!
Really?
You pig! Yeah, take your fun boy toy and get the here. Go back to Richmond, wherever you came from. Alberta, what the are you doing in my province? Yeah! Get the out of here, you rap before I throw my bike on you! Huh? You like that, wouldn't you? Get the out of here before you die. Before you die. Let's go.
Like, they literally did nothing. All the car was what? It was loud, and they just drove into the freaking gas station to fill up on some gas. Like, what the freak? Some people, and this is why I say, like, I told my wife this before. Some people you never confront because they're ready to throw their life away because maybe they don't like their life or they just hate you and you're the target for the day. So that's why, like, you should never try to provoke somebody. And that's where, you know, if we're, let's say we're going to talk about Reckless Ben, like the investigative journalism stuff, it is insane. If you look, so that some of you might not have seen or gone to the one guy's channel. What was the channel name? Give me a second. His one friend that also has like 1 million subscribers or something. Let me see. It is what is that dude's name? Oh, Brandon Buckingham. Okay, so Brandon Buckingham did his most two recent videos has been with Reckless Ben on his channel. They've been friends for a really long time. Brandon Buckingham has had some really close calls, like life and death situations, just like documenting. And I like his documenting style more than Reckless Ben and some other guys where it's like he just kind of pops up the camera and like watches everything play out. Doesn't antagonize nothing. Not saying that Reckless Ben does that, but he's just like, it's literally like he's just a camera almost at times. And I like it. But yeah, people freaking like he's almost like he died. He's also close to death like every month. So like that's why I give like so much props to Reckless Ben and these guys because I'm more cautious because you could just meet a random person and they could just end you that day. It doesn't like that's why I always say like it doesn't matter if you're in the right. It doesn't matter what is legal and what's not. Somebody's got a gun. Your life's over there. Boom, you're done. Goodbye. Like you're willing to risk that, like stranger danger. Don't antagonize strangers. Like imagine this was in the U.S. Like Canada, they can't have guns, but they probably would have come up with guns. And again, it's envy, like you guys said right here. Greed is the death of humanity. Envy from Christina, like that. It sucks, and it's a sad thing. But yeah. Yeah, I did follow my dad's advice. I didn't even look at him. Yeah. By the way, do not message me on Discord. I don't really answer to Discord. I hate Discord. Just to let you guys know. But yeah. Trained for that my whole life. I pray for stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't. Like, I like the sport of fighting. I'm not going to fight individuals on the street. That's just nuts.
Oh. Well, guess what? I defend bros in front of my son. Goof.
In front of your son? Like,
Cops are on the way.
Out here. Go back to Alberta, you your cowboy, you pig. I know.
Cops are on the way. He's punching at him. They're hitting him now. Hold on. They're jumping at him. My friend in his car, he's filming them right now to record their behavior. Now there's two of them against him. They're slapping his camera away.
Now you're backing up. Man, let's go.
You want to go to jail today?
Yeah, what part of that don't you understand?
Really?
Yeah. Really? Really? Stupid mother. Get the out of here with your piece of boy. All right? Go sit on your lover's lap. Get the Count out of my. Whoa.
All right. All
You're
right.
going to jail.
I can't talk to him right now.
You're going to jail now.
You're going to jail.
No, he's not. He's running away.
Life of a car tuber, man.
They're coming? All right, cops are on the way.
Good. Here. No. I don't give a he's got us on camera. Don't mean nothing.
Cops are on the way?
Huh?
Didn't
Charge
he?
me for?
I think Canada, you have to
Boys,
get people's
get outta
permission
here,
to film,
you
which is
piece
kind of insane. But
Just mess whatever. Nice my man again. Otherwise, next time you won't have jugular.
Death threat.
awesome. At least we're
I think the
gonna have a
cops
field
are
day
on the
with
way.
that.
People want to just act tough. Hey, Mia.
Yeah.
You stay in the car, okay?
Yeah,
You're safe?
Yeah, I'm good. That was,
In front of his daughter.
I've never
too.
seen anything like that before.
What's going there? Oh, I'm having an interesting time trying to get gas with my friend and my daughter.
Right. So what happened? Anybody hurt, or is it?
Well, he hit me twice.
He
The
hit
guy
you
on the
twice?
bike, yeah, and then the other guy swung at me. I have it on video.
Oh, it's all on video there.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We waited for you.
Yeah, was there some type of like argument or something?
Yeah, so some dude comes out of nowhere, runs up, he's on the phone, and he's taking my plate down, and as he leaves, he kicks my car. So I get out, and I run across the street, and I start filming him while he's on the phone.
And
And
this is also a different situation. Okay. Notice cops seem a little bit better. But different situation. So in this situation, I believe I've seen this video where like the cop, not the cop, the guy, like he tries to, you know, when you're running and somebody tries to get in your way, so you hit him. That's what the guy kind of tried to do, and then claim it to be assault. Like just an insane lunatic.
he's on the phone, he sees me, and he goes like this, and then hits me, and he's like, you just assaulted me. I can show you the footage.
So the McLaren, I'll give it to you, but I got this douchebag. You just hit my arm, that's assault. Get a cop up here.
Man,
This guy just
this is
assaulted me.
embarrassing.
You did.
You went past you hit me with your elbow.
You hit me. I was
By walking?
Yep. Yep.
What happened?
Bunch of d***s.
What happened?
Bunch of people are trying to get in there, and the guys think they're entitled and want to run the show.
So you're calling the cops because people are
Run.
paying to get gas?
They were
Run what show? All they wanted to do is get gas, and then he kicks their car. Like, why not take the opportunity and be like, hey guys, you know, like I don't have as much money as you guys, but I would like to. Can you teach me some? You know, maybe they don't have the time to say no. But like, you just like, why?
okay, and they were standing there blocking the deal.
So this guy's calling the police because we pulled in and got gas.
Right.
You heard it here.
You see that? It's his fault. He should have never gotten gas. You can't get gas if you have money. That's not how it works. You see, so you know they're at fault, obviously. So you should always resort to violence if you see somebody get gas. Does that not make sense to anybody? Am I the one that's going crazy? Never mind. I guess that's not how you do things.
Hilarious. Because we're entitled because of the cars we drive. We bought gas and Red Bull. And a few fans asked
I
for
could
some
use
photos.
a Red Bull.
This dude's like losing it. This is what he's upset about. And he's yelling that he's all upset because we were in here getting gas, like 6 of us all at one time, and that we were a bunch of d***s. And I say, we're because we're paying for gas. We all have receipts if the police want to come and look. The young kid inside
It's a
just...
felony, you know that, right?
What's that?
I'm just messing with you.
If you're what?
Gas, it's a felony with
It's a-
all these cars.
I want you to have a quick call.
Look, police officers are human too. He made a joke. Who keeps honking so much I can't hear what they're saying? The honk is when they cuss. So that's the honk, Mr. Almond. That's why there's a honk there. All right. Yeah, like they're just that's what they use. And so, oh, Ace Tone, what up? And he says hello to the chat. And Jasper, our local cow, has gifted the last Relic membership. Thank you. Moo to him. Everybody send a moo over to Jasper. These guys are useless. Hey, everybody's got their own opinion, man. Probably got big finance too. Yeah, maybe.
This morning on the way to the dentist.
I could give you a little
do not
backstory.
appreciate the sound of the Squadra Corsa. Valves closed, driving like first gear. It's quiet. The only thing we hear is a supercharger, but I was on the throttle. So it's like Naruto with valves closed. And I'll show you guys the clip in a second. He wasn't happy.
What did he say?
Play it right now.
Why are you yelling at me right now? That's not that loud. That's a valve.
It's noxious as hell.
Do you want to call make a complaint about it?
No,
So
I just want to make sure you know.
You don't like
Why?
cars?
Not particularly, no.
So it sounds like it's more you don't like cars than the cars.
No. There's a lot of people pulled up and stopped here while we've been sitting here. You're the only one I've spoken to. It's really obnoxious. And you should know that.
It's legal. If a Harley drives by right now, how much louder is the motorcycle in that car?
Oh, we also don't love those.
So then
That motorcycle didn't make any noise at all relative to you.
Right. So I appreciate you stopping by here to tell me that. Zero coffee.
You're welcome.
Like, isn't that kind of nuts? Like, you have to stop this guy's day. I don't care if you like his car or not. Just to tell him, like, hey, you suck. I don't like the sound of your car. Like, it's loud. It's like, yeah, it's loud. It's a sports car. So what? Like, why? Why make that known? Knew that I was asking for all the other people who couldn't figure that out. All right. Oh, okay. In true McNeff fashion. Mr. Conehead McNeff. Or older, we need videos about those. LMAO. Funny you mentioned Mustangs. The last guy definitely got a Mustang. Because I've seen that video.
So it says your box car.
Why is this? Okay, there we go.
He was really upset, and then they were both mad. And I explained to him, like,
That's what he called him.
motorcycle is way louder.
Oh, you know.
But I asked him, I said, it sounds like you don't like cars. He goes, I don't like cars. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not the car. You just don't like cars. But he had to stop me on my path to get a coffee to tell me how loud my car was, how much he hates it.
Yeah.
I missed most, but I filmed the back half of it because I wasn't expecting. I was on the call when it happened. It's like, your car's a piece of shit. F you. And I was like, I thought he was joking at first. You know, sometimes people talk shit. Yeah. No, he was being serious, so I filmed what you guys saw.
If you guys didn't catch that,
So
this guy was
why do
flipping
you
him off.
think you're so powerful here in our little town? You guys are in a joke.
Why?
Off. Don't go away.
Well,
Go away.
What happened make you upset, sir? You seem upset.
Hey, listen. You know what? Do any of you guys ever live here in our town?
I live in Kelowna.
Pardon.
A little drunk.
You live in Kelowna.
Yeah.
So, why do you think you're so powerful here? Like, off. You guys are a joke.
What's going on, bro? I don't know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, he wants to talk some more.
Why do you guys? Why?
Again, obviously the best course of action is to defuse the situation. You don't know if this dude's gonna pull out a knife. He's right there. So if somebody's ever close to you like that, like on your window, don't grandstand. Don't be like, I was right. Like, try to fight them. Like, they got the upper hand, okay? Because they could pull out a knife, do something to you. Just be nice. Like Damon here, he's being pretty nice. I'll say that. Like, I think he's being pretty nice. He's just trying to, like, get his perspective.
Why do you guys think that you can run around in our little town with your little horsepower cars? Like, what's the deal?
So were we speeding? Is that your accusation?
No, you're not speeding.
We're not speeding. So what's the problem
Not
then?
speeding. I'm tired of all the noise and all the bullshit. I'm over 50 years old.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
I'm tired of it,
I
man.
understand. Here, let me turn it off. I get it.
So,
Well, listen. I'm sorry that obviously you feel that there's a lot of noise from the cars and stuff like that. I'm just a visitor. I'm not trying to cause a problem. Do you understand that?
35 years ago, I had a 67 Mustang.
Yeah.
And it was over 500 horsepower. Back then, we had fun.
Okay.
But with this garbage and all your friends that aren't from Canada, it pisses me off.
Gotcha.
And let me breathe.
Yeah. Take your time. You smell like you've had a few drinks. Had a good time?
And I have.
Yeah, I understand. It is a wine capital of Canada.
You know what? I have all my back. I can't even work anymore.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm in all, you know, and
So this is actually kind of reminding me of my dad. Like, he was real. My dad still to this day is super good at like, you know, he'll see a homeless guy, he'll see somebody, and he knows all they want to do. This is Canada. You thought Canada was nice, right? They obviously don't like outsiders or they get pissed. Okay. Or anybody with that looks like they have success, right? So, but like my dad, he always told me like sometimes people just need to talk to vent. So like that's all you. It's nice to give them that time of day because maybe they don't have anybody to talk to, and that's just part of being human, you know. And like this guy, he's just kind of like laying out his life a little bit to Damon, like, hey, look, you know, this is what's going on with me. This is why like I'm mad.
I'm only 58 years old.
Yeah. Well, my
58.
name's
He
Damon,
looks
and I'm not
70.
trying to cause you any stress. What was your name?
My name is Pat.
Hey, Pat.
And I'm not trying to cause you any stress either.
All right.
But
Well, when someone's standing on the road giving me the middle finger, I'm genuinely curious what I did to upset them, and I'd
So,
like to correct it.
when I had my 67 Camaro,
Yes, sir. Great
And-
car, by the way.
yeah, and it probably ran as much power or less than your car.
Okay. This only has 800 actually, so we're close. 500, 800.
Yeah. You know what? You're better than me. You're better telling me that I'm an asshole.
I'm not trying to tell you now. I'm just
No.
trying to say I can relate to the frustration because life sometimes gets you down, and sometimes you see someone that you just need to have a conversation with, and maybe you become friends. You seem like a nice guy.
And I want to be a nice guy, actually. I honestly, but I've got so much going on with my health that at my age, at 56 years old,
Yeah.
I'm in.
I thought you were 58.
I am 58.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm just gonna go home now and drink beer.
Hey, you do you, buddy. You have a good day, okay?
And I apologize if I was a dick.
Hey, it's okay. I appreciate the apology. This is how humans can get along, right?
We have to speak, right?
Let's coexist.
We have to speak.
Take care, brother.
Keith.
You see, like that was a solid exchange. Yeah, he's drunk. He's definitely drunk, but again, Damon, the guy that's driving, kept a cool head and like realized like, man, this guy's just hurting, you know. Hurt people. So like let's hear this guy out. Now, let's end this video. His buddy, he's more hot-headed than he is,
All right.
as you can tell.
That's how you can diffuse the situation.
I know, you're so good at that. Well, it's happened twice today now. Like, this car is infusing an emotional reaction from people.
Yeah,
Earlier
sometimes-
today it happened to me.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And here's the thing you got to learn. What did we say? It's always about a projection within that person that really has nothing to do with the car. Sometimes they just want to vent because of other stuff going on in their life.
100%.
And it wasn't that my car was loud. It was the thing that Pat wanted to use to start a conversation to vent about the things that he's frustrated about that haven't gone well in his life.
Yeah, it happens. It happens quite a bit. Like it just is what it is. It's gonna happen. So, you know, the important thing is do it like that. First of all, you don't know what these people are capable of. You don't know what's gonna happen. But the best thing you could do is kind of sometimes just lend an ear, right? The cop is treating him correct, though. This is 1 in a million of cops most outtakes this to jail. Yeah. And that was Canada's finest. But yeah, like, you know, by the way, KPS Lucas is in the house. Dude, at least he can get loaded on opiates in Canada. He is in pain. Yeah. But all right, like, again, like, I think they handled it super well. Obviously, these are highlights. But that happens constantly. I never even owned one of these cars. And I took delivery of a lot of them. Dude, people, and if they see that you're not like an old dude that, like, you know, spend your whole life working to get these cars, people get pissed. Not everybody, but it's enough that it bothers you. Like these interactions, exchanges don't need to happen. You know, like it sucks. It sucks. And there's been people that they no longer on this plane of existence because of their reactions towards somebody criticizing their driving, their car, whatever it is. So he was just a drunk fool. Too bad he didn't smoke a joint and talk to him, Tommy Chung, instead of doing that. But even though he was a drunk fool, like, dude, the guy's hurt. You know, he's still a human being. Like the other people, they were. One guy was a dick. The one that like got his friend and had the kid, like, piece of garbage person. Like he just wanted to fight somebody. He wanted to throw his life away. That's what he wanted to do. If I saw my kid in my old S13 running it, be just because it was a missed op failure in my life more than a Porsche, etc. $5,000 car. Like again, still alive. Like I am for the mindset of it doesn't matter what age, what is going on in your life, when you kind of get things together. You could be 70 be successful, you could be 90 and be successful, you could be 20 and be successful. Like there's this guy, he made his first $1 million at the age of 14 selling cars. He has a podcast called Cars and Money, and he really he loves selling cars. His dad taught him to sell cars. It was his dad's company, and they work together. They're partners in the company. But yeah, he made his first $1 million like on his own sales at the age of 14. So it's just like sometimes you have an opportunity, which is great. Most of the time, you have to create those opportunities. That's just it's just life. Like you can't wait to have an opportunity. You gotta create it. And that's what I did. Unfortunately, it took me down the road of Bricks Minifigs, but the fortunate thing, I got to learn so freaking much from getting screwed. It just is what it is. And you do learn way more from failure than you're going to do with success. You can still learn from success, but you're going to learn a lot from failure. And you best be ready. I got to tell you, you best be ready. Cause damn, ain't nobody give a damn. Cause here's what people love to do. They love to tell you like, man, you should have listened to me. I told you it wasn't gonna work. They do that all the time. Like I had not a direct family member, but a family member like that. At the time, I flew out to like do the discovery days, bricks and minifigs, and then he was like, "Do you think like a Lego business is really gonna make you money?" I'm like, "Dude, I've crunched the numbers. I know what I can modify. I know how to make sure this is profitable for me. So yeah, this is a good business opportunity." And it was. But then when the store was stolen from me, um, he was like, "Look, man, I told you." I'm like, "Well, no, you didn't because I didn't fail. Like we didn't lose money. It was stolen." But they still wanted to kind of grandstand. And they usually are not along for the ride with you. It's it's a sad thing, but once you have an idea or start something, remember like all these people that like invented the airplane, invented the television, whoever it was, like everybody told them like, dude, don't tell anybody about this crazy stupid idea. Like don't tell anybody about this because like just go to your job, go to the factory, like, and keep your head down and just keep going. All right, you don't need to do this. And those people are like, no, that's not gonna be my life. I am not going to just sit back and let everybody hate on my ideas. These are my ideas, and I want to bring them to life. And now we have, guess what? Planes in the sky, metal tubes in the sky that could get us from point A to point B in a matter of hours, when back in the day it would take you a year. Isn't that insane to you? And all of them, somebody spoke out against how like their idea is stupid, and they're like, nah, I don't care. And yet, like, look, remember how eBay kind of figured out that like eBay was something? If you guys don't know the story of eBay, it's like this. They wanted to know if it worked, like and how well it worked. So what they did was they posted a rock for sale on eBay. It was their first sale ever. Somebody bought it. You know why? Because there was a rock collector. So they realized that you could pretty much sell anything because there's always going to be some market. There's going to be a collector of sorts that's going to buy stuff. It's nothing nuts. You know what I mean? So, like, okay. Does anybody know what pillow pets are? What that is? They're still around, but they're not as popular as when they launched. A pillow pet is a pillow, and then it has the head of like a dog at the end of it. So it's like a stuffed animal that you could bend it, strap on it, right? My first job when I was 18 years old. Okay, it's just a pillow. It's just like a stuffed animal, but it's a pillow. Like it's an official pillow, it's just a real pillow, and it has like a dog's head in the middle, and then like you could bend it and then bend it in half. Here's the head, bend it in half, and there's like clips, and now it's a dog. It's a stuffed dog, right? So I was working at installing pool covers when I was 18. I was talking to a friend a friend of mine who was working with me. He was making more money, but and we would talk. I showed him pictures on my phone. He showed me pictures on his phone, and he had a friend that was a billionaire. They were the same age, okay. And I'm like, yo, you get, like, who's that? And he's like, dude, it's my missed opportunity. And he was like, I was like, what? What happened? And he was like, I have this friend that he came up to me with this idea called a pillow pet. He got a pillow, destroyed one of the stuffed animals that his sister had, slapped it on, and was like, dude, I think this would be killer idea, and showed it to me. And he was one of those people that was like, dude, don't ever show people this idea. You're nuts. That's stupid. And he's like, forget you. Like, I'm going to do it anyways. He's like, all right, man, whatever. The guy became a billionaire in, I think, less than a year. And he wanted his friend to be a part of it. And then he was, like, he became successful in his own right, but not to the billionaire level that these pillow pets had. And, like, his friend was the one that created pillow pets. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah, so you don't really know what's gonna work out and what ain't. Oh no, I had the OG pillow pet, prize fighter with a black eye. It's a modern pillow pet my kids had. Yeah, but yeah, like you don't know when a good idea is gonna pop off. It's kind of like, actually YouTube kind of works that way. Every video that somebody makes, like, usually in the mind of the creator, like, this one's probably my best video. It's pretty good. I think it's gonna do really well. I think this is what's gonna get my channel to go viral, to do this, blah blah blah. You post it, and then, like, it does well, but not viral well. So your growth is gonna be very slow. Like, for instance, right now I'm like, yo, you could calculate, like, when I did the first interview with Echo Base Network, then I did an interview with Camelot and stuff. Like, dude, the subscribers grew in like 2 weeks to pretty much where it is now. It's like 2,500, 2,400. And I was like, damn, this is awesome. Like, I can't believe it. But it was dumb of me if I was expecting that growth. It would be dumb of me if I was expecting that growth, which, like, at this point we would be at 10,000 subscribers, but we haven't even hit 3,000 yet, right? So that's where, like, reality sets in. It's like, all right, like, awesome, we got this huge push and it's great, brought you guys all over here, and it's awesome. But that you also got to live back in reality. Like, now it's up to you. And I don't, I chill. I like to do the content I like to do. I'm not trying to go viral, but I'm trying to make money. It's chill. But Thug Light is here. Yo, what up, Relic? Yo, what up, Thug Light? It's always good to see you. It's good to see everybody here. Selling water, rebranding, buying cheap, and selling high. Yeah. some of the people that discovered the fraud in the bank system during 2006, 2007, 2008, their only commodity that they invest in is water. So, yeah. Uh I absolutely love the business talk on this channel. My first stream, you talk business, and it was an insta subscribe. Oh, sweet, awesome. I like talking business. I like having fun. Okay, like here's the key to business. Okay, spend less than what you make. Boom, successful. It's really that simple. Just make sure if you gain $10, make sure you didn't and you don't spend $10. A lot of people don't understand that. Buy low, sell high. That's been my mantra for success in the last 10 years. And here's the thing, look, with when it comes to bricks and minifigs, right? What was pissing me off was like everybody when I got in, everybody was stupid. I was like, why are these people buying from Toy House? Why are they supporting a vendor that doesn't care about them, that doesn't give you any profit margins? Like what's going on? Like why doesn't anybody like look into this and talk to corporate? And then I was like, I think I was like the only one that, or like the first one to start. Like I'm not buying from Toy House. F them. I'm gonna talk to the community because the thing when you're reselling somebody else's brand, you're somewhat beholden to them. Okay, like for instance, some of the people that really got screwed were comic book shops because they had to rely on Tom King to write good comics so that their business could be successful. And obviously, he doesn't write good comics. Tom King, it's all mommy and daddy issues, mainly mommy issues. And it's all like, oh, I hate myself, but now that I understand myself, I'm going to be happy offing myself. That's Tom King in a nutshell. Right? So, yeah, like, yeah, KPS Lucas, you're right. I.e. Nerdrotic, he, well, like his store is still successful, but like he had to adapt, get Funko Pops. Like there's zero comic book shops today in existence that's still pure comics. They have Funkos, they have partners with Hot Toys, they have Lego, they have drinks, they have tabletop games. Some of them even have video games. They have action figures. They have, Magic the Gathering, cards. They have like so much stuff. You can't do a comic book shop no more, right? So again, like with Lego, they're the ones that manufacture the bricks. They're the ones that build all this stuff. It's their product, right? So their profit margins are higher than 50%, for sure. There are sets that they got like around a 97 to 93% return on it. Isn't that insane to you? But again, it is their product. Comics and guns, funny enough, guns, huge market. Here's a business that will never die. If you guys want to invest in a business and you want to make sure it's bulletproof, that there'll always be clientele, I'm going to give it to you. Funeral homes. Everybody going to die. Everybody going to die. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but it's one of the very few things. It's the thing you think about of like, what business am I always going to make sure that there will be clients no matter what? Funeral homes. The business of death is always booming. All right. Storage units are good as well. I don't know too much about storage units. I think they're too much of a gamble. Yes, Lego is a rich people sport. I'm convinced pretty much. Lego is a rich people sport at this point. But remember, the operations manual says if somebody complains about price, you just tell them like it helps autistic people. So is funeral insurance. So many adverts. Yep. Yeah. Insurance in the US. won't ever die, and funeral homes won't ever die around the world. Maybe not in like India. Just kind of bury them in dirt. Any dirt that there isn't feces, that's where they bury them. That's just saying. But yeah. Again, guys, today is a chill stream. Any stories you guys actually feel free to ask any questions, any stories you guys want to hear. I'll be willing to tell you. I'll be willing to tell you. I got stories for days. For days. Other than that, there are like some videos that I kind of wanted to share with you guys and my thoughts, but I think I'm okay today. I'm just here to talk to you guys. Like right now, I'm on my I started working out again. Like I've been really bad at going to freaking how do I say jiu-jitsu, but I started lifting weights again, usually, mainly in my garage, which is just right here, because I want to gain the weight back. I'm back to 190, but a lot of it's fat. I'm not like budgie, but I want to get buffed out again. If I'll show you guys. Show you guys when, and I've done this before on a previous stream, but I'll show you guys when I was big. Here, hold up. I'll show you guys 2 pics. And this is, I think I was like at 209. Oh no, I was 200. I was around 200, but like not super lean, but you know, I was getting there. It was great. And my wife took a picture right after the gym. I was swollen. I'll share 2 photos just so you could see my face. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, what is this? All right. And also, as you guys know, pretty much with the whole Bricks and Minifigs debacle, that's where I started to lose a ton of weight, especially when I went to go compete. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So let's see here. Let me see if I am able to share it. Image. Cool. I am able to share it, guys. Cause like, don't you guys hate it when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I used to, you know, be a pretty decent size." This twas me when I was like, I don't know, around 200 pounds, give or take. Move that one, and I'll add that one. As you can see, like, just like, look at my protein shake stack, man. I was going nuts. Yeah, I had some good weight on me. But don't worry, we'll get back to it. We will get back to it. It's just like I haven't been dedicated in forever. But that's enough. Yeah, that's AI. Never happened. Never happened. It ain't real. And Zan1964, you may have already covered this, but BJC read the most recent FOYA docs. Are you aware? No, I am not aware. But with the $4.99, thank you for donating. Yeah, I'm not aware because like there's so much information out there, you know, like, and I'm not a lawyer. I can't keep up with like 4 or 5 hour live streams of just, She's entertaining. I really like her content. Sometimes I'm usually just listening because like she's funny. But reading documents, it's like, dude, I've read so many documents in the past few years, and I'm not a lawyer. Like, I don't have fun doing this. I think you have to be a little bit of a psychopath to be a lawyer. You have to be a little bit of a psychopath, because man, it's it's the worst. It's the worst. But no, I did not see it. I didn't haven't even seen the updates. Uh, I was astounded about the Bandmap article about theft of Legos. It's very common, very easy to sell. And Christina says, I just lost a lot of weight and need to work on toning more. And no, I didn't take anything to do it. I just got a dog and start walking and then worked in some running. I've never taken anything illegal, never taken steroids or anything like that. The all natural. But and again, working at GNC helped a ton. We got so much good stuff at a discount. Keep your business model mobile, virtual, or contract based until your organic cash flow funds exceed 250K a year. Depends on your business. All depends. I wouldn't say like that's like the best sounding advice, but it's safe. You know, keeping a business model that way. But again, it all depends on the type of business you're gonna run. Um, I would say like if you have zero business expertise, get a job in the field that you want to own a business in and stay there as long as possible. As long as you're humble and you try to figure everything out, you'll be good. And then get another job that is a competitor in the same field that may be doing well or may be hurting because of the previous competition that you used to work for. I think learning from the ground up, in my opinion, is a really good way to understand how the market works for that field. Now again, if you can't do that, sometimes you'll have an idea and you could work around that. You could just learn the business principles. It just depends on the person as well. I mean, you see pin the timelines between two suits. That was impressive. That's cool. Yeah, that's what lawyers do. That's what lawyers do. But ladies and gentlemen, enough lawyer talk. This is something, not that it's happening right now, but I'm always worried about with the audience that I guess I'm cultivating. It's not always going to be about bricks and minifigs. I can't wait for the day that we're done with the whole bricks and minifigs stuff. I wish it was done today. If we just got like recklessben video and it was just like 2 minutes, like, oh yeah, like everything's good now. Thanks for the support, guys. Goodbye. Done. I'd be happy as long as the right people win, right? I don't need it to be grandiose and explosive. I just want the good people to not get hurt. And I don't need I need the money, but I'm not going after the money, right? People who got hurt deserve the money. It's just it is tiring. I think it's more tiring for me because I honestly thought like it was all behind me. All of it. Yeah, it's on me. I'm the one who decided to speak out and tell my story. So like it is what it is. But I never meant to make it like no, I didn't mean to. I did it because I felt a responsibility to the good people that are getting hurt. To slackline across BAM corporate. I bet he's already come up with that idea. But he's gonna, as he says before, he listens to himself. All right? And look, guys, if you guys are subscribed to Lego Tubers, I think at this point they need to feel a little bit of pressure. Because one of the reasons that this is the only reason this story is still alive is the law tubers. Imagine if like some bigger story launched, right? On the internet. That may be a different, because we're all from a certain demographic, right? But let's say another Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial happened right now, starting to happen right now, and these lawsuits start covering it. They're done with the reckless Ben stuff. They're not invested. Dude, the story's dead. I could keep talking about it. I don't have like millions of followers. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. You know, so like it's gonna be gone. The hype is gone, all of it. But the Lego community, since it's a big part, like this whole thing is because of Lego, a Lego company, the biggest franchise company in the world that deals with Lego. And none of the Lego tubers are really like the top ones are like doing anything about it. So I think right now the fans should pressure them a little bit and be like, "Yo, at least give us an opinion." I don't care if it's a YouTube short of like 30 seconds to a minute. At least give something. Give something to the people, to the community, to let everybody know that like, hey, yeah, remember Bricks and Minifigs is still a bastard company, because that's the thing. Like the reason you get everybody needs to understand, like the reason not only live streams but just YouTubers in general repeat some of the same stuff is because they got new people every video, every live stream that hasn't heard anything about that person's perspective. Almost every live stream, I have somebody messaging later on like, "Man, like I jumped on your live stream, it was entertaining, but I didn't know you were part of this, and this." So like start watching on your videos. I didn't know this happened to you. Like it's like, yeah, that's why we repeat so much, is because people are discovering things now. Like people are still discovering Reckless Band today that hasn't seen any of this Bricks and Minifigs stuff. That is on YouTube. That is somebody that you probably share and you're an audience member with in some other channel. So if the Lego community kind of gets together and really starts talking, this it'd be so much bigger, like 2-3 times as big. Yo, toy bounty hunters, you want to hop on, fool? I'll send you the link, brother. I'll send you the link. We are just chilling, chilling. What time? What time you planning on streaming? What time? Because I'll definitely jump on stream with you. I'll do it. I'll do it live. Do it live, brother. I'll send it to you anyways. Send it to you anyways. I thought you were working. But Aura can hop on as well too, because I love Aura. The beautiful bastard. 9:15. Well, hop on for a little bit, then we go on your stream. Outlook is checked. What the freak? I sent it to you. I stream at 8:30. Oh, then why'd you say 9:15? What is happening? That won't help. Facts won't help. Proven facts will help. Trust me, no, like the Lego tubers, they have they are in the community. They have the power to do so. Okay? Dude, just start a YouTube channel, man. Just start one. I'd listen to you. I'll be your first subscriber. You start a YouTube channel. Like, here's the thing. When you first get on YouTube, bunch of hate. You'll get a bunch of hate. It doesn't matter if you're speaking like all the right stuff, you're being careful. You're just gonna get hate. You have to be tough. You're gonna get death threats. You're going to get people are going to stalk you and send you pictures of whatever it is that's on the internet, people of your family, and saying like, I hope this person in your family gets slaughtered or whatever like that. That is gonna happen. Like, dude, I got threats from people that love Bricks and Minifigs. Like, there's people on all different sorts of sides. So if you are gonna and here's my recommendation for anybody who's gonna start a YouTube channel: try to hide your face. Hide your face. If you want to wear a mask, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to. I did because like I was just gonna talk about comics. That's all I was gonna do. Comics, movies. It was chill. But if you ever do decide, oh, with the hearts, yes. If you ever do decide to start a channel, let me know. I would love to check out your channel and be a subscriber. But Toy Bounty Hunter, I will jump on your stream when I'm done here, and I'll redirect everybody over. How's that? You guys want to see Toy Bounty Hunter streams? That they do break things down, and it's from a perspective of reading these documents that they're not lawyers, which is actually kind of nice. And we try to make it fun. They try to make it fun. I'm just a guest. But yeah, I'll show my horse's face. She'll be like Talking Ed for those who remember. A horse face, huh? So like Sarah Jessica Parker, that's the face that we're gonna see. Gabber. Nicholas Allard, stop doxing me, man. I have a few creators I mod for who don't show their face. Word. But yeah, this week has been kind of crazy because like yeah, I need to make more videos. I am gonna stream more. I need to finish up Halo. This week I've been streaming just because I love you guys. I wanted to take a break, but I'm like, yeah, YouTube doesn't really support that. They don't care about you. They're not gonna take it too kindly. Yeah, it's interesting. Like you got to keep things going. Who speaks the truth? Are you talking about me, dude? Huh? You don't want to train soon? I like your ideas. I want to train with y'all, dude. Go to Checkmate Olympus in Land Lakes area in Florida, and we'll train together. Jiu-jitsu. What's going on? You deserve rest too. No, you don't deserve rest when you have a family, man. That's a myth. If you got a family and you're resting when you don't have a job, you're kind of a piece of garbage. No offense. That is my take on it, and I think it's a really good take. You are pathetic if you're not looking for a job when you don't have a job and you have people are relying on you to feed them. Like, you should get punched in the face. After that, just go nuts. Go nuts on what? What are you talking about? Parents don't get breaks. Exactly. Good parents don't get breaks. Good parents don't get breaks. Okay? Like, damn. Oh my gosh, my back. Yeah, like that's why that's why I always say, like, guys, ask me whatever you want to ask me and I'll answer it. It'll be fun. So guess what? 2 hours I think is good. You know, we chilled today. I miss watching movies. I miss like hanging out. But we chilled today, and I appreciate everybody being here, really. It's been awesome. Who knows? I'll talk. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a second stream today. I'll talk to Toy Bounty Hunters, see if they want to do it. Depends on how late they go. You know. But I actually probably won't do a second stream. The last time I said I was going to do a second stream, I had like computer issues, which pissed me off. No doxing. You said all that on your own lives. Yeah, but not in my future lives. Keep it over there. Keep it over there. You should get recklessben to slackline over Bamcore. I already talked. Don't spam the chat, man. I already said this. He will do whatever the hell he wants. Okay, well, there you go. Somebody's getting banned. And it is Tiger. Don't, like, I see your guys' message, by the way. If I haven't read it, it's either irrelevant or it's because I forgot, but I'll get back to it. But don't send me the same message 8 times. It's just annoying. You know? I'll bring you back if you behave. Actually, I don't know how to bring you back, so my bad. My bad. I did it for funsies, but now Good lord, yeah. I should probably stop having as much fun as I am. This is why, like I was telling Risman the other day, like the power that he gave me to be a mod on Echo Base Network, it's too much for me. It's too much. So sorry, Tiger's Glee. Next time, next time I won't ban you, but just don't do it. Dictator, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. One of Korea's dictators worked out. And instruction if you need it. Nah, it's all good. I'm not gonna like. It's just too much. Knee pain. EBN made me a mod. I only ever used it once. You used it for evil, as I do. The dark side is strong with us, knee pain, especially in the knees. Knee pain. When am I gonna see more videos of you, dude? When are you gonna be on Echo Base Network again? By the way, I appreciate you here. Bounty Hunters is here. What? What? What up, John?
Yo, what's
up,
going
baby
on,
boy?
baby girl? What you doing? What you
Chilling.
doing, Mike? Sorry, I'm
so-
late.
Wait. So is your stream gonna go at 9 or 8:30?
8:30. No, the message you got that was from yesterday. That it was at 9:15.
Oh,
Yeah, that was yesterday, bro.
all right. Well, welcome in, dude.
It's all
Yeah.
good, bro.
Yeah.
Big news day, bro. Big news day. With
I
the
keep
Kaiser
hearing
Police Report.
people telling me in the chat.
Oh yeah, BBQ Counselor was popping off, bro. He was popping off on his video, man. He was,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he yeah, we're gonna go over it on stream tonight, so that should be fun, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
it's pretty revealing stuff, man. It is not we'll just say this. Brandon, for all his being quiet and shit, this is not make him look good, bro.
Good, dude. That
Yeah,
guy.
it does not make him look good. So I think he's about to catch some more heat because of
Good.
this.
He deserves it, man.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree with you.
He's the wolf in sheep's clothing, man. He's
I
so good at like making you think that he's on your side. He's really good at that.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Sucks.
thing. Sometimes the really, quiet ones like that are the ones you have to watch out for the most, man. So it's just like, there's
Okay.
definitely, look, there's always been, and that's the thing. Like I made a video, I'm sure you saw it a while back where I talked about like, hey, let's not forget about this guy. Cause this guy, even though he's not saying nothing, he's responsible too. And, he needs to be.
There was a
needs to be held
time
to
where
fire.
like people only talked about Ammon and Josh, and then they only started talking about Ammon, and I was like, I was freaking out because I'm like, man, people are forgetting already. Like we got to get back on point. you
Yeah.
know?
There's more than one person here, you know what I mean, that needs to be like that they need to be held to account. That's what
Yeah,
people need to
you know,
remember.
I made this point on this stream, and I've been making the point more often now. Like it is dying. I think it's safe to say that like the story is dying a bit, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have nowhere near as much traction as it used to. That I
No,
would agree
or
with.
coverage.
Yeah.
I'm not even half the coverage anymore.
Mhm.
Like
That's fair.
like I keep pointing out to people like I think now's the time to kind of put the pressure on the Lego YouTubers
Yeah.
because it's like it's kind of ridiculous at this point. They're the ones that could really make this blow up bigger
Mhm.
than ever before.
Yeah.
And yeah, Part 4 is coming soon, and that's gonna be great. It's gonna be a nice boost. But yeah, like the Lego community, it sucks that they're being so silent about it.
Yeah. The other thing, I mean, look, I think Rose mentioned in the chat, and I think that's fair also for Rose to say that there is a lot to get through. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
There's so much I mean, look at just the other day, like Punking and what Punking and Aussie Insider found out,
Mhm.
that nobody had seen before, right? Was that some of those
Yeah.
pictures were videos, and that's like, to me that just helps strengthen the evidence against Brandon that much more, in my opinion. The fact that you hear him talking, so for sure he was there. For sure he wasn't just in the front of the store. He obviously went to the back. He saw what was back there. You know, so there's no
Yeah.
denying that, you know,
Oh,
because
for sure.
there's certain things I'm sure that Brandon probably would have tried to argue. Well, I never went to the back or whatever, but well, now we know for sure you went to the back. Now there's you know, there's something there that's corroborated, right?
Oh yeah.
You for sure went back there. So I mean,
Mhm.
there goes one potential argument that he could have had to try to say, "Lo, I was never back there." You know,
I
well,
just,
no, you were
dude,
definitely back there.
I never understood lying.
Mhm.
I never understood it. Like, why would you lie?
Well, why would you lie? Why
Yeah.
would you lie when there's the potential? Like, look, you saw that Crystal was taking pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You saw that she was snapping photos. There had to have been, at least in the back of your mind, unless you're a complete idiot, which you know these guys seem to be. There had to be
Hundred
somewhere
percent.
where you had to think that she was probably gonna take a picture of you too at some point, even if it wasn't like trying to take a picture of you, but you were gonna show up in those pictures somehow because
Yeah,
she was
yeah, yeah.
taking pictures of everything. You know, like he had to know that that was a possibility, or at least, I mean, or again, maybe these guys are so short-sighted that they don't think about stuff like that. But you know, yeah. And the other thing too, yeah, what Don't Fuck With Justice said, yeah, that he went to the back, but
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
he tries to play it off like there wasn't as much things in the store. You know, that his photos show that, oh well, she said there was all this stuff, but look at my photos, there wasn't this stuff. But when you look at the totality of all that, right?
Hmm.
The thing is, he never told CoffeeZilla like, hey, well, I have metadata timestamps too. No,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
never provided that. Never provided that. You know, so the thing is, you could see empty shelves that he could have staged. You know, after
Oh
Crystal
yeah.
was out of the store.
Like,
So
not only that, like again, man, you know what? I'll get done with this video that I've been planning to film
no,
to like, because I'm planning to show every angle like that the cameras can get in that store.
Mhm.
But the problem is I've been lazy.
it's okay, bro. We'll motivate you. We'll motivate you, bro. We'll keep you
I've
motivated.
just been like, I don't want to do this.
No, we'll keep you
Uh,
motivated, bro. Don't worry. We'll keep you motivated.
but yeah, like I really want to highlight like how many people have stolen
Yeah.
the what's it called, from her location specifically, right?
Yeah.
And like all the different camera angles and where it could show. But the and those are the angles that we aren't seeing. Like there's direct angle to how do you say, to the U-Haul,
Yeah.
that like we would be able to see him loading it up, but we haven't been able to see nothing.
Yeah. Just to answer a question of one of your members there.
Yeah.
So Brandon did know that Crystal had cameras. The first thing he did, and remember, Crystal told us this when we talked to her, Relic, in the
Hmm.
interview that we did with her, that he took them down.
Really?
First opportunity, yeah. She mentioned that in the interview that we had with her. That he took those cameras. That was like apparently one of the first things that happened right after she was out of there. Those cameras were taken down. Now, according to her, also he ended up missing one that I think was aimed at the parking
Ooh.
lot. That he
Oh yeah.
missed one, but yeah, she said
Yes.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
those were
Yeah.
taken
So
down.
the door. Here's the door, and I'll show you guys on my video. Here's the door, and the camera's angling straight down, seeing the front of the door, but kind of like the rest of the parking lot onto the next business. That the next. By the way, John, on my YouTube studio, you I'm not allowed to redirect my audience to you. You have to approve me on your YouTube studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when I
That's
end the stream, it will like automatically redirect to whoever I choose, but you have like a setting that's like only people you allow to redirect to you.
that's interesting. Hold on, let me look at that right now because I
It
didn't even
might
know
be
that.
the one video that the stream that you just created. Because it's like, oh, this person, let's see if I click it, it says redirect privileges needed. Ask toy bounty hunters to add you to their live redirect list in community settings.
Okay, let me see.
That's what. Yeah, and by the way, shoot.
What's up?
Don't F with justice. Appreciate your fighting spirit and speaking truth. You're welcome, man. I just wish this week on. I've honestly been very tired. Knee pain. By the way, I know that you've been working a lot. Let me know if you got a job, brother. I'm looking. But if you ever want to come on stream, knee pain, I know a lot about you, sort of, from what EBN tells me.
All right, let me see.
And we could chill whenever you're open. And by the way, just to shout out people that have popped in, Cindy Luhu, good evening, Relic and everyone. It's one of our members, Aaron. Can we maybe blow up the comment sections? Yeah, you can. And he could have taken some without telling anyone. He went around saying Chris stole him for an addiction and left the country. That's his cover story. Do you think that just reminded me? Do you think, John, that Brandon was kind of banking on Crystal and Benjamin to never come back?
I think so. I think he thought that because she didn't give much resistance, you know what I mean, when he got there.
Yeah.
That was probably the expectation they had. Yeah, that it's just like, well, she didn't give me any trouble when she left, so she's probably not gonna mess with me, or they're probably not gonna try to come back or anything like that, because she left pretty amicably. She was pretty nice, whatever. So I'm saying, obviously, I'm saying that he probably didn't perceive her as any kind of a threat, right?
I got you.
So that he was just like, whatever.
All right.
And
by the way, did you fix your settings?
Yeah, try. I don't know. You should be able to now, I guess. I didn't
right.
even know about that. That's like news to me. See, even I'm still learning
So
stuff.
okay,
so much time.
We shall see. We shall see. Unless you're bamboozling me.
No, I think I got it. I'm pretty sure I did.
You see what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
I spelled bouncer hunters.
Yeah, and
I got
what
you.
Zane. Yeah, what Zane is saying in the chat, I agree. Yeah, they did underestimate Crystal a lot.
Yeah,
they underestimated her and her husband.
Yeah,
for sure.
I have a new perspective now. I think what I've been doing is way for me and for everybody that's in the lawsuit. It has been better for the lawsuit.
Yes,
I had somebody tell me that's like actually like it's good to have somebody that's not pursuing the legal route, because I can speak freely and like solidify these people's personalities that I had one-on-one dealings with.
Yeah.
And so like I'm happy that I could contribute in some way.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of an impact it will have in court. But if anybody asks me to testify in court, I'll go.
Yeah. Well, you have, like I said, you have a completely different perspective on it. Like I said, that I think just again helps the perception of the entire situation. You know what I mean? Because you have that, you're not bound by anything, and you've peeked behind the curtain. You know what's behind the curtain.
You know what's crazy? I couldn't verify these two people. Two people sent me a message claiming they were from YouTube. And they said that they're super like embedded in this story as people, but that my channel was one of the ones that may or may not have been getting a little shadow banned.
Interesting.
And I was like, why? I'm not really saying anything crazy, but yeah, because like I would do, I would do the things like I've talked to Matty Appleseed. I've talked to a lot of people like, okay, this is how I could set up the video so the algorithm could pick it up. Because the first one he had with my face on it did like 150,000 views, right?
Yeah.
And then I put out a video that like had kind of like a similar formula, and it did, and like the biggest video that I've had, it has gone to like 6,000 views.
Yeah.
And it was the 4-minute one of me showing the channel, or the location, I believe. But
the store.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't think Again, I couldn't verify them, so I can't say that I am. I don't think I am shadow banned. I still get subscribers, but it's not like stuff is blowing up. And I don't think like I do anything that's like, oh, this is gonna go viral. It
Um,
was just interesting to get these two messages. I
the
don't know if you've
the
ever got messages like that.
yeah. So the one thing, it could just be somebody just trolling. The way you could kind of one of the ways you could kind of just the easy
Yeah.
way, right, to see if you're shadow banned or not is type in your one of the ways is type in your channel name, right,
Mhm.
and see what shows up first in the search.
Oh,
Um,
only 2 days ago. I do that every day.
yeah.
Only 2 days ago did my channel start showing up. Like it
So
wouldn't
you could have
show.
been.
Yeah,
It's possible.
it would
Yeah.
show up another channel called The Last Relic Gaming, or like it was spelled different.
Yeah.
But like you, like even scrolling way down, you wouldn't see it. And now recently, yesterday and today, I can, if I go to YouTube right now and I type in The Last Relic,
hmm
so it shows up immediately my channel,
So
which is nice.
it could just be now because you're doing stuff more often.
Okay.
Because sometimes, because let's say if you were to take like an extended break from YouTube, the thing that is going to show
Mhm.
up is probably the last person to either talk about, your channel, or maybe one of the last videos you did possibly, or somebody else who has a
Yeah.
similar name. If it's been a really long time since you last posted, then maybe like that, you said there was somebody with a similar name to yours, they might pop up before you because they're being more active, right?
Gotcha.
So one of the things that happen, and this is why they say, like, even people that are going to stop doing YouTube, it's best for them not to delete their channels, because I'll give you an example, like Review Tech USA. When he deleted his channel, now the only thing that shows up is when people look up Review Tech USA is videos that were basically shitting on him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, wait, they were crapping on him, right?
No, you're
Uh,
good, man.
Sorry, yeah, I'm not trying to, like, I know you got it. You do a more family friendly show than me. Um,
Not really, bro.
yeah, but
Yeah,
but
I just don't cuss. That's it. Like that's
yeah,
just me. But like people could cuss, like have fun. It's just like I probably say worse things than cussing. The chat
yeah,
knows. Chat knows.
yeah. So, and the thing is, but even if Review Tech USA hadn't deleted his channel, his
Yeah,
inactivity would have pushed his channel down in the search anyways, because, and you only would have seen
gotcha.
any videos that were talking about him after the fact show up first, because they're more relevant, because they're newer, right?
Okay.
So even if he hadn't deleted his channel, his name would have been pushed down in the search. That's kind of
Okay.
like how YouTube
Word.
works. It works by, like,
Yeah.
activity and stuff like
So
that.
John, we're gonna hop on your channel now. It is
Oh,
8:30,
snap, yeah.
and so I redirected everybody over there. Everybody will see you at John Toy Bounty Hunters live stream talking about the douchebags, bricks and mini dicks.
It's
Yes.
gonna be wild. Yeah.
All right. Thanks
All
everybody.
right.
Thanks for everybody who donated. We will see you guys over there. Peace out.
Yep. I'm gonna send you the link. I think I did, but I'll send
I
it again.
already I, no, I already
You
put
got it, right?
redirected it. So as soon as I end it, everybody goes there.
All
All
right.
right. See you guys
I
there.
will see you all there.